By the time I'm doing this video, New Year's has already passed, so Happy New Year! Hello guys, this is me, Light, and today we are going to go through Amphoreus. And before I start the video, I actually need to update you on every single detail and every little win that we have on this account. I hope you'll enjoy. So from last time, which is 2 months ago, I managed to win one light cone, lost the Pidgey to another light cone, and then get it again. Wild, isn't it? Now that we have made our upgrades, we are going to power up these light cones, of course. Hey, you! If you enjoy content such as this, I suggest that you like, subscribe and turn on notifications. This will help me a lot. Now, go back to the video. Now that we have officially leveled everything up, it's time that I show you the builds really quickly. I changed Aglaia to a 2-piece set. I only changed the planers to Acheron, so she gets more crit rate. I made Kafka really fast. Then you now boost my Aglaia with a ton of crit damage. I think for most of the only upgrade is the light cone. Servo is like my little Kafka. And Bailu went through a lot of changes. The light cone, the sets, you know. And last but not least, we got Arlan, still working on his build. Now that I filled you in with everything, it's time to go boom, pow with enemies. One thing hasn't changed for this account. It's the fact that we struggle with the endgame content. You know, nothing new. But that does not mean that I gave up. And that was me and my attempt at Purification Chamber 3. So far, so good. But what about MOC? This challenge account has taught me one thing, and that is I need to keep trying till I struck gold. Do you know what's the funny thing that I noticed? Every time I put Moza on any team, he ends up being the last one standing. Anyways, congratulations, my mozzarella! And now it's time to beat that son of a buck. Bad thing with this team setup is that we kinda lack some damage, so we are taking a bit of our sweet time, but I want to beat this even with a 1 star because I haven't been able to do that since the start of our journey, so we're gonna have to make some compromises. I wanted you all to see my Bailu. Like, everybody says she's a bad healer, but here she is, clutching my ass every time I'm about to die. So, we gotta clap a little bit. Yeah, so I kinda switched the teams. Aglaia's team is on the second half and Acheron's team is on the first side. But Arlan was added here, so Servo is on the other side to deal more damage with Kafka and Acheron. I cannot wait for Aglia's banner to come to get her E2 finally. But I guess I cleared those buggers without that E2 needed. Now congratulate me for getting my 2 stars on MOC 10. Thank you everyone. Now I can actually start with Amphoreus. And I'm not even bothering on trying floor 11. Alright, so after way too much debating, the Astro Express crew looks at the map and goes, "Yeah, let's go to Amphoreus! A world nobody's been to, impossible to reach, and obviously cursed. Perfect. See, the Astro Express literally runs on exploration energy. New places equals fuel. And Amphoreus, completely unexplored, free gas. The suggestion actually comes from Black Swan, who's chilling on the train with us. She is a memo keeper, meaning her entire job is collecting memories, and Amphoreus is basically a walking trauma archive. She needs that content. So we warp in and Black Swan just casually pulls space apart like a curtain and reveals the planet. No big deal, totally normal behavior. And from that moment, the game says, "Cool, here's a 10 plus hour questline. No skipping, no breaks." Black Swan tells us Amphoreus follows 3 paths: erudition, remembrance, and the third one even she has never seen before, which is already a massive red flag. Then we realize March 7 is missing. We find her, and yeah, she's not okay. She is sick, weak, and the only explanation we got is the planet itself is poisoning her. Amphoreus, I swear when I catch you. So, new plan. March stays on the train, Black Swan babysits, me and Danghang do the totally safe field trip. Pom Pom and Himiko modify a train car, we head down, and immediately get shot out of the sky. We crash hard. I wake up, look at Dangham, and the game gives me one chance to do CPR. I'm ready to be a hero.
Sorry, Donhung.
Sorry for what?
He wakes up by himself. Worst day of my life. We start exploring and instantly find a tiny pig floating creature, very friend-shaped, and stone statue enemies that absolutely do not want us alive. Those things are called Titankin and they hit like trucks. That's when we meet Finon and Triby. Finon explains that Titankin work for Nikador, the Strife Titan. We admit we are not from Amphoreus. Terrible idea. And they're like, yeah, maybe never tell anyone that again. They take us to a nearby temple where refugees are getting jumped by Titankin, so we help evacuate them like responsible protagonists. Afterward, Lord dump, but the actual important stuff. Amphoreus is dying, the Titans used to be gods, now they are public enemy number 1. Final and Triby are Christos heirs, basically chosen heroes, and yes, they can do miracles because of course they can. Triby can literally mess with past, shadows, and reality itself, which is not concerning at all. We escort everyone to Akuma only to discover that the city is also under attack. Amazing planet, zero chill. During the fight we learn Triby isn't one person, she's 3 identical girls. Triby, Traian, and Trinan. Same soul, one being, 3 bodies? Don't ask. Don't ask. More Chrysos heirs show up. Maide, Castorus, and finally, Aglaya, who literally feels like the final boss of social anxiety. We beat what we think is the Strife Titan, the Titankin retreat. And surprise, it was a fake. The real one is still out there. Aglaya welcomes us, lets us place a trailblaze beacon, and then casually brings us to the public bath. Oh my god, this bath. It's like a one massive bath, and everyone is washing themselves together there. I refuse to think about the implications. Quick Lord speedrun. 12 titans shaped Amphoreus and created humanity. Humans and titans went to war. A prophecy said heroes must take the titans' core flames. Those heroes are the Chrysos heirs, some of which we don't know yet. Later, Aglaya invites me to a private bath. I say yes instantly, no hesitation. She wraps golden threads around my fingers and goes, "By the way, you can't lie anymore. Not a date, worst betrayal." She explains that an unknown power drove the Titans insane, breaking the world and trapping it in eternal night, except for Okama, protected by Kefale. Collect or two core flames, trigger the miracle of Genesis, save the world. She believes we are a part of this prophecy and also tells us to never, ever say that we are from space. Again, it's not optional. Of course, some guy named Damionis immediately snitches. He tries to escape the planet using a device and falls to his death instead. At least that's what I like to think it happened. I admit the truth anyway, get arrested, get yelled at, and somehow everything gets fixed with, you guessed it, more gossip. Aglaya later drags us into the vortex of Genesis and interrogates us with her threats. If we fail, Castorus kills us. Casual. We survive, thank goodness. Phaenon vouches for us, and we learn 6 core flames are already collected. We just need to collect 6 more. We then head to Castron Kremnos, led by Trian. My day reveals he's the former crown prince, trauma included. The only trauma I see is you trying to do English. We fight the Strife Titan again. It revives, points the blade of fury at Okama, and Mindy stays behind to hold it off like an absolute legend. To find its weakness, we travel to the Abyss of Fate and reach the Temple of Three Fates. The Time Titan looks at me, pauses and says, "Mother." "Excuse me?" I reconnect with the pink creature. Its name is Mem. It looks through my memories and casually drops this bomb. "I used to be a Stellaron hunter."
Oh my god.
Yeah, same reaction. Mem joins us, promises to help beat the Strife Titan, and we learn that fully the Eon of Remembrance has been watching me this whole time. Which is comforting, definitely. And that's where Amphoreus leaves us for now. Confused, threatened, slightly traumatized, but invested. Bye guys, see you next time!